Hello, my name is Randy Thompson, and the topic that I decided to dig deeper into was social emotional learning and what does the research show? Recently, our school system decided that we were going to embark on an adventure and learn about social emotional learning and how it can help us in our school system and in our school improve our students' grades and our discipline and everything else that we're dealing with. So, some of the things that I found out was for children to succeed during elementary school, further schooling, and careers, they need to be socially, emotionally, and academically competent, which I have to agree with. This was a quote that I found from Dusenberry, 2017. I do have to agree with that. However, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that they try to make it so simple and clear cut and put it out there in a program format. I think that's something that just needs to happen organically so that the children can learn and apply some of those skills outside of the classroom and in future education or jobs or anything else that they're getting into. The next thing that I found interesting was the social emotional learning and the collaborative for academic, social, and emotional learning identified five competencies. And five of those competencies one is self awareness, two, self management, three, social awareness, four, relationship skills, and five, responsible decision making. Although these are wonderful ideas in and of themselves, I don't necessarily see that this is something that we would need a scripted curriculum to work on. They have shown that embracing social emotional learning and incorporating it into a school is beneficial for children, and it is beneficial, but they've also shown that it's not necessarily cut and paste and easy like they want to perpetuate with some of these programs that are being marketed now to different school systems. The other thing that I found interesting when they said one of the quotes about it fosters relationships and provides comprehensive support for the students by leveraging the social resources of the school, the community, and their family, which is something that we need to embrace as well. Another one that I found was responsive classroom. Again, some of the um, components of it are excellent, and in some of the past schools where I've worked, we've had an opportunity to incorporate some of these. However, what we did find is that it was something that needed to be done in the classroom, and it wasn't necessarily something that was only going to take 5 minutes, which was the time that we were allotted to have our morning discussion. Sometimes during those morning discussion meetings, some of the information that would come to a head during that time would be a little tricky and a little sensitive, and we were not always prepared to handle how that was going to affect our children and some of the ideas and concepts and concerns that it brought up, we were not prepared for. Um, I have worked in schools where this was wonderful, and we did a great job of allowing the children to open up and allowing the children to really embrace and share their thoughts and their thinking and their feelings about this. But it wasn't something that we could open a book, read from, and decide in that moment that it was something that we could dive deeper into. Finally, this quote really struck me. The critique of the classroom program was a prepackaged social emotional program simply cannot adequately allow for the real complexity that is human social life and emotional experience. Sadly, in my many years of teaching, I've come across some very sad situations that children are involved in. And I think it is definitely something that we needed to address and we would address, but it wasn't necessarily something that was going to be fixed or solved by us talking about it or by sharing it in the classroom. It went way deeper, and it does affect the children's learning, regardless of what the proponents of these programs want to say. How they come in the morning does affect them.